Sally tried to sell me on something while I heard it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Brings up third.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The sack by Jordan Willis. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
Mecole Hardman, Pro Bowler last year as a rookie, is deep for KC.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Complete to DeMarcus.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Kansas City.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. They go play fake. Mahomes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. DeMarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And now it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Complete.
First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? He's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
A 7-yard.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
On the tackle. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
This time Jackson will throw it. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
6-yard line.
This time he'll look to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, 45 is the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check it back. Check it back. Where's it on?
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
3 at the 28-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe 1 completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Escaping the pressure right. He uncorks it for Snead. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st down, Kansas City.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Out of bounds and sacked. A loss of 2 yards. It's second down.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
And 10 at the 18-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it. Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards, and the Chiefs have taken the lead.
That is a dangerous combination right there, as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so you can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And that'll set them back 5. Now Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
2019 was the first season for Frank Clark in Kansas City after spending the previous 4 in Seattle. And that was a big move by Kansas City to bring him over. He did have 8 sacks in the regular season, but it was his 5 in postseason. And helping his team get to the Super Bowl, that's why they went and acquired him. And by the way, earned his first Pro Bowl nomination with his play.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their side.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Eluded, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down.
Chris Jones is truly a force, and it doesn't matter what uniform he's going to have on. If he's on that side of the ball, you better double and triple team him. In 2018, the first player in NFL history to have a sack in 11 straight games. And while he didn't play all 16 in 2019, still had 9 sacks on the season and was an absolute beast during the playoffs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 2-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
To kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers
had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ashton Davis brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
65, 65. Here we go, 50, 50. Mike, 50. Hey, Mike, sit up. 50. Sit up.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make...
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. They have the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Jordan Willis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings
a shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dobbins running out of the gun, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.
7.